Alright, I'm gonna just make this in just one take and as cleanly as I possibly can because I really need to get this out of my system. I barely slept like 3 hours yesterday, and I'm gonna be honest, I only managed to play like 5 hours of the game so far. Okay. Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. As being completely honest, as it stands right now, the game is credit where credit is due. I'm actually really enjoying my time yesterday. I mean, I haven't been able to play it today because I just came back from work. Mechanics, I'm liking them. Maybe Super E was gonna be a little bit more problematic later. Graphically, I actually really like it just because I'm always gonna be a live 2D stand. The park, I could have done without the park, but I don't hate it, honestly. Just because I understand when people want to be social with their card games. Hell, I also play a lot of physical TCGs nowadays. But I really have to talk about this dude. What the hell is wrong with the economy of this game now? Like, what was Cygames thinking? Like, sure, some people on the Reddit were making the calculations, and the amount of packs we get is still kind of the same, like 3 packs every 2 days. That was also kind of what happened. Right now, I'm gonna kind of ignore the PT system in the meantime, just because since it wasn't in the original Shadowverse, so that's something kind of new, something that we don't have to worry about now. Okay, first thing first. What's up with the crystal prices, dude? But like, we have the original Shadowverse. We have the original one. And excuse me? The prices are... crystals are more expensive now? Why? Then again, I am very aware that there is a discrepancy between buying the crystals in game through Steam or other platforms and buying the crystals directly from Cygames, so I also understand that, kinda. The packs? I mean, sure, the packs now cost 500 rupees. I gonna give them that. I'm not that mad about that because in the end, changing the pack prices is just a cosmetic endeavor. It really just depends on the amount of resources we're getting right now, man. But we really need to talk about the violent economy, dude. That's just... why? Who decided that was a good idea? Okay, let me bring up the old Shadowverse as well, just to give you an idea. The old Shadowverse, just to give you an idea, dude. Okay, bronze cards. 10 vials to dust, 50 to craft. Okay, nice. Nice. Worlds Beyond? Worlds Beyond? Oh, sorry, since I have to go into 2 monitors at the same time, it's getting a really bit scuff on my end. So, bear with me. This is just something that I have to get out. Okay, doesn't count. This is basic cards. Okay. Those 10 create 50. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. No problem there. Silvers. 50 to dust and 200 to create. Okay, that was the basic. The basis before. What's beyond right now? Again, basic. Basic. Okay. A lot of basic cards in here, huh? Okay. Oh, we have a problem right now, huh? 20 to liquefy and 50 and 90 to create. Okay. What? Like, the economy before was so focused on using the silver cards, but maybe that's not exactly a good point because you need an example. You need an example. Okay, we're going into golds. Gold to 200 to liquefy, 750 to create. Okay, that's. I'm pretty sure that's less expensive than before. Yeah, a little bit less expensive. But you still get less vials for that. But my biggest problem is not with that, dude. My biggest problem right now is that Shadowverse has always been for a long time, ever since like year 3, really legendary biased because a lot of the legendaries are actually super generic or utility wise. And here's the biggest problem I have right now, man. Okay. Okay. 100% to dust. 3500 to create. Okay, that was the basis right now. But if you see right now in this, I'm gonna show you an example. Kagemi's like sure we get slightly more vials for the legendary now, but what is this? We still have to use the same amount of vials for the legendaries, even though we have nerfed returns over the silvers and the golds. What? Like this wouldn't be that much of a big issue for me, but like what makes this egregious, mate, is the fact that we can't even get rid of anything we don't want, man, and that's like what? Like, man, I'm being serious. I'm actually been hearing people that say that if you want actually the whole set of cards, you have to use like 500 USD to even get all the cards. Like, honestly, I'm not a collector. I don't really mind, but when you are giving me useless shit, I can't even use right now, or for classes I don't even care about, and I can't just ignore that and just focus on the actual stuff I want. Like I only have right now I only have 3 Aragavis and 3 Olivias because I got extremely lucky, dude. Only because of that. Like, sure, I was planning to play Abyss since the start because I really wanted to see what the hell was gonna happen in here. But like now that I wanted to move on to Rune, I can't even do that because I'm not gonna play. I don't really want to play Sword. I don't really want to play Forest. I don't even want to play Haven. You're kind of forcing me to keep this, which I don't even care about. Like, sure, in like right now it's not a big of an issue because the card pool is so small, so we aren't gonna really see the repercussions of this at the moment. But later it's gonna be a cluster hell, man. Especially with the accelerated releases they want to give us now, man. Like, they want to put a Magic the Gathering when WotC is still also suffering in some of their sets because of the accelerated release schedule. What? Balpas, I don't know, dude. I'm just tired, dude. I'm honestly just tired. Like, I'm gonna give them also the benefit of the doubt in this. This is always gonna depend on the amount of events, and if we ever get wildcards for the cards we want, which I'm pretty sure they're not gonna give us. I quote unquote can understand side games a bit, because even though I love the original Shadowverse, we have to admit that maybe it was a little bit too generous, but we really didn't expect things to get this bad. Like, I expected things to get a little bit more expensive. I was ready to wail on this game, dude. But now with everything we saw about the current things, it's just so weird. Oh, also another things, dude. The cosmetics, like sure they're cosmetics, but we have to go back into the other little bundles just to give an example on this. Okay, 2,000 crystals. It's sort of kinda the same, man. No problem. Well, let me go into a set that actually has all classes. Let me just go into a set that actually has all classes. Yeah, the birthday and anniversary. Yeah, like 8 of them. Okay, it's Street Fighter 5 because it's the best one we have in here. The best example we have in here. 280 crystals, okay. 500 crystals per leader, okay, fine. Fine, and if we are following the prices, it's sort of kinda like 10 bucks each leader, whatever. But Worlds Beyond, dude? But the price for the cosmetics in Worlds Beyond, dude, what the hell? 1,000 crystals for every single leader now? What? What? And these aren't even new leaders, dude. It's the original ones from the anniversary. I'm actually hearing that there isn't even any new changes. What? Dude, no. This. Like, right now we are in a good position just because we are still in the honeymoon period. We still have quote unquote some resources, but I already read about a lot of people that already use all the free resources, and they can't even craft one single gold card with anything that they got because of the changes to the vial system, and that's... What? Dude, like, everything being more expensive now is... They wanted to make a little bit more money. It's not that big of an issue, actually, but now that they actually want... They made all these changes to the economy without... At the same time, it's just really gonna screw us over in a long game, like... Like, right now, it really seems like you will only be able to play the game if you wailed, and that's... completely unacceptable on a... digital card game. I'm gonna be one of those guys. I can excuse whaling on physical card games. They can be expensive, but at the same time, since you can get some of your money back by selling those cards back, it's not that big of an issue because those are physical items. But a price is high on a digital card game? Dude, no! What? Okay, this was completely scripted. This was... I'm really worried, dude. I'm really worried. I'm really extremely worried what will happen 1 month from now on. I am terrified of the implications that this has for every single other expansion. Because, ironically, as someone has said on the Reddit as well, right now the the ironically best strategy is gonna be just continue to open Legends Rise forever, since you can't since you can't even get a decent amount of vials. Like, side games, is that really what you want to do? You want us to just open the same pack every time with diminishing returns? Unless resources, just to be able to actually play what we want and not be on the mercy of the RNG? I really want to believe that I'm just doom posting and I'm not thinking this well, and maybe things are gonna get better, but with how extremely jaded I have become on the whole landscape of the card game Kobe, this is just... it's really hard for me to be optimistic, though. This is just... oh man. Well, that's just everything. Like, I was planning to cover some decks, maybe later, because right now, since we don't have that many options, we only have one card pack, it's barely gonna be like 2 decks per class, and that's like... everybody is sort of kind of already gonna be able to figure them out. But if I have to wait to be able to showcase more decks on something that isn't even giving me revenue or revenue, as in I don't even get the physical cards to be able to trade later if I need to, and on a live service game that is just gonna shut down later someday. That's just like, no, man. I'm just jaded, dude. I'm just jaded. Like, I want to say, give it a month, maybe things are gonna get better, but nah, man. I know this was just really rambly. I know everything I said right now was super unfocused, but here's the thing, dude. Right now, until I have a good idea of how exactly things are gonna pan out later, I'm not gonna make any videos on the game. Really, I don't want to promote it right now. Like, I may play it a little bit later. I may just try to feel things out. But if the game ends up being as predatory as we are suspecting it's gonna end up being, I'm not gonna give it any publicity, and I'm myself only gonna play it when the story mode gets updated. Like, that's really the only thing right now that this is the saving grace. The story mode so far was actually pretty engaging, just because of the higher quality of life, man. That's it. Also another thing I haven't talked about. How the hell did they manage to make the UI even more confusing than before? How is that even possible? The original Shadowverse wasn't the best thing when it came to UX and UI, but it was still passable. But right now, everything is so damn confusing to actually pass through. Honestly, right now I'm going through the menu more quickly because I already got accustomed to it. But like, I really feel that this is just a big bloat. It's just weird. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. I feel like I already ranted like almost 20 minutes so far. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the thing. No new videos in the meantime. I am gonna wait on to see how things goes. And if worst case scenario, this just becomes as predatory, or even no, I'm actually even hearing people that are actually saying that right now the game is even more predatory than Hearthstone. And it's on par or maybe even worse than Magic Arena. And that's quite something, man. Yeah, that's quite something. Yeah, Consider me done for the meantime, on standby. Right now, I'm done. I'm done, dude.